Testament basis there. Just ran through the Mishnah. Start the Mishnah again. We had a case, if you had two Nazirim, and somebody at a distance says, I saw one of you became contaminated. Right? That means, so we worked out both. So one has to bring a korban taro, one has to bring korban tumah. So they bring it conditionally. If I'm the tummy, it's mine. If not, it's yours. And if I'm tor, yours is mine. And you know that was the previous Mishnah. What about if one of them dies? So if one of them dies, now what does he do? Right? How does he bring all the korbanos? Right? Here he's tamei, so he can't bring it right away. And how does he bring the korban tara? So therefore, now he has to go extend it longer. What should he do? If one of the two died, you get a third party involved and say, do me a favor, accept upon yourself to be a Nazir, which does make Moshe a person. He's depriving himself, and it's an issue of cost. And he says to him, if I was the one who was contaminated of the two originally, then you should be a Nazir immediately. I want you to accept Naziris immediately. Here. Torah, you see, and if I was Torah originally, then you become a Nazir after 30 days. Wait a second, because I'm going to count now. He became Tomei immediately on the first day.
Right.
So that means in 30 days I'm going to be the Korban. I'm a Nazir now, and I'm going to be a Korban 30 days from now.
Right.
The Sofri Shloshim, they count 30 days. Umevin Korban Tumah of Korban Tyra. And they bring after 30 days a Korban Tumah and a Korban Tyra. He has to wait minimally 30 days. No one has to wait 30 days because he's not permitted to cut his hair before 30 days if he's Tor.
Right.
He may be Tomei. If he's Tomei, he has to cut his hair right away, correct? But he's not permitted. So he has to wait minimally 30 days before he cuts his hair. Right. To start counting a new counting. Right? Umevin Korban Tumah of Korban Tyra. Vome imani hu atomei Korban Tumah shaliv Korban Tyra shaloch. So the korbanos are brought after 30 days. He says, I'm Tomei, the Korban Tumah is mine, and the Korban Tyra is yours. Because if I was Tomei, that means your Nazirus started right away. Correct? So his Nazirus was over when? After 30 days. Good. V'mani hu ator. And if I was the one originally, so who's ending after 30 days? His. Korban Tyra shaliv, Korban Tumah b'sofik. Korban Tumah is a suffix, right? The Sofrim Shloshim Yom, and now they count another 30 days. Because, Umevi Korban Tyro, and he brings the Korban Tyro after 30, because he said to the person originally, and if I was Tor, you should be at Nazir 30 days, right? V'ami imani hu atomei. If I originally was the Tomei, Korban Tumah Shaliv, Korban Tyra Shaloch, V'zeh Korban Tyrosi, V'mani hu ator Korban Tyro Shaliv, Korban Tumah B'sofik, Zeh Korban Tyrosoch. Omelo Ben Zoma. So Ben Zoma says, Mishomea lo shido connected. Who's going to get involved and complicate his life? It's just not a practical reality. Who's going to complicate his life? A man has no reason to become a Nazir. Do me a favor. So he's going to complicate his life for what? For 60 days. Elamevi chatos oaf. So what is he? Right away he brings a chatos oaf. A chatos could be brought on the suffix. The same one, the one person is a suffix, tumah not.
Okay,
now we're dealing just with one person.
Good.
He, the original one. He brings a chatos oaf, all this behavior. Wait, right away. Vome im tomei hoyisi. If I was Tomei, a chatus michovosi. So the chatus which I bring is my chova. Va'ola nedova. And the ola, that's you can bring, see, a bird, you can bring chatus off on a suffix.
Right.
But an animal, you can't bring an animal on a suffix. Right. The ola you can bring as a donation, voluntary. Then Tori, you see, ola michovosi. The ola is my obligation. V'chatus misofik. Right? Because he does not bring a chatus.
Yeah.
1 second. But he brings that right away. He brings that v'sofer shloshim yom umavi korban. It counts 30 days in case he was contaminated. Umavi korban tara v'omer im tomi yisi ha'ola rishona nedava. If I was contaminated, The original was Nadava V'Zuchova. If Torah Yisi, and if I was originally Tor, Ha'ola Rishon Chova, and Tosas explains that he could be Megaleach based on bringing the Ola. V'Zu Shar Koboni, Omri Yeshua Niptzes and maybe Karbonos L'Chatzoin, but he's not bringing all the Karbonos. Avol Hodu Lo Chachom Benzobas, because he has no choice. Okay, I'm not going to get too involved in the details. Somewhere says Valaisi. 1 second. So he says he's only, but factually, if you only deal with one person, Yeshua said to Benzo, but you only bring half the karbonos. You're not bringing, because you're not, unless you deal with another person, you can't bring all the karbonos. So you bring half the karbonos. You're doing your best. You can't do better than that, right? Elo. So Yeshua didn't know that. Somewhere says El-Lecha boss at Talmidim. You just want to see what he'd respond. Sometimes you make a comment because you want to see if the people they're up to snuff, to sharpen them. You put out a question, and you make believe you respond the way where you say, but it's a problem. You want them to respond that it's not a problem. Omer of Nachman, my lavid le Reb Yeshua ledake leisru. I'm not sure what this means. It says, what should he do that the intestines shouldn't become putrid, shouldn't spoil? What's this referring to? He says, 1 second. Meaning the one who, if you don't hold like Reb Yeshua I mean, if Rav Nachman believed that it was really a valid question, so what do? And he said you only bring half the karbonos. So when could you bring the rest? You have to wait till later. I'm not getting involved in the cheshbon here. Okay, let's go further. Nazir show you Tommy B'Sofik. On Nazir originally, the first day, a person's Makabel Nazir is the first day, and the first day there's a question whether he became contaminated. First day. Umuchlet B'Sofik. A person in the morning had a lesion, and it was questionable whether he has to be, and the Kohen said whatever he said, but it was a question whether he had to be quarantined. I mean, permanently. He had to go chutz l'machne. Same person. Same person. He's a Suffolk, he's a Nazir, and it's a question whether he became contaminated on the first day. Also, he had some kind of lesion, and it's a Suffolk whether it definitely was a lesion. Ochel b'kochim achashishim yom. We can do a Rashi earlier to see the case. Ochel b'kochim achashoshim yom. He eats kochim after 60 days. V'shosi yayin. But he's permitted to drink wine after 120 days. Now, what does the Torah say? A person, the day he's healed from the nega, what happens? It says he shaves his hair, waits 7 and the 8th day he brings his karbonos, and then afterwards, no. What? Yeah. Then he's permitted to come back into the machne. Okay? So, 1 second. He brings karbonos. He shaves his, he brings karbonos that day. He's sprinkled upon. Then he waits 7 days. And then afterwards, he brings other karbonos on the 8th day. So, but the question is, firstly, how does he bring his karbonos over here? He's a Suffolk. He's a Suffolk muchlat. Right? He's a Suffolk whether what he had is a nega or not a nega. The Kohen said Yatomic, but it wasn't simple. Let's say factual wasn't a lesion. The Kohen could say, tell me from today forever, you're not a... But muchlat means it's a question of whether he had to go out of the camp. Okay? Let's say from the morning to the afternoon, it wasn't. The Kohen at the end of the morning says it is. And it wasn't simple that it was, even though he said it was. The Kohen examines him before sundown. It disappeared. So now he's not. So what does he have to do? He has to bring a korban. Because he's recovered from his tzaras. It could be a day. It was in the morning, it disappeared by the end of the day. But he's a Suffolk muchlat. It's a Suffolk whether, when he said he was tummy in the morning, whether he really was tummy. Okay? No, the Kohen, let's say, we don't know if the Kohen made a mistake. Muchlat means it's been definitely determined it is, and it was pronounced Yatami. So it's not a Suffolk, it's not a Suffolk, that's a definite. But let's say he pronounced to be Tameh, but it wasn't so simple that he was supposed to be pronounced Tameh. So he's a Suffolk muchlat. has nothing to do with it. In the morning, the Kohen saw something.
So
And he ruled tummy.
So
He ruled tummy.
So the way we learn is that from their on, so that's how we have to understand.
No, but afterwards but it wasn't simple that it was tummy. See, what's his status? He's a suffix muchlat. He's a suffix whether he has to go chutz lemachne. It's a suffix. If his pronouncement wasn't correct.
Right, but it's like the umpire who makes a mistake. It's still out.
No. It doesn't make a difference. What do you mean? He made a mistake. He may have made a mistake. What do you mean you can't argue with him?
That's true.
Who's arguing with the umpire?
The guy says, I'm safe. He says, you're out.
So you're a player. You're a player. We're not talking about the person. The person who's not the expert didn't say it's not.
Right.
Another expert said it may not be.
Okay.
But if it is, then he's a mitzorah.
Right.
So he's a suffix muchlat. Okay? And he's a he's a nazir, but the suffix whether became contaminated, right? Nazir sheyatomi b'suffix. On the same day, he says, I'm a nazir. And then something happened. It's a question whether he was contaminated or not. If he was contaminated, that means what? Same story happened. Somebody said, I saw something near you. I think it was you. He doesn't know. He says, I'm not sure what happened. So he's a suffix, whether it's canceled, he has to start counting again or not. But he has to wait 8 days to start counting again. Right? No, he has to be clear from the tummy also. He's tummy. He has to have the paraduma. On the 3rd and 7th day, only in the 8th day could he start counting. Right? Right? And he brings karbonos. Right? And the one who's the muchlar also. He shaves his hair. He also counts 8 days, but do we allow him to shave his hair? We allow him to shave his hair. And after the 8th day, what does he do? Cuts his hair off. But if he started to grow hair again, it's not going to help you. Because he has to grow, the nazir has to have 30-day growth. We'll see. We'll see in a moment. So nazir sheyatomi b'sav muchal b'safik. Ochel b'kochim, he's able to eat kochim achashishim yom. We'll see in a moment. We'll see right. Shosiyam b'tamei l'meis v'achameis v'esrim yom. Let's see. Shadaklachas hanega dochem taklachas. That he has to shave his hair off, that he may be a mitzorah. See, it's very interesting. If let's say he's definitely a mitzorah, we had earlier, he cuts the hair off. We have the pasuk Rosho. We say asay docha lo say vasay. But if he's a suffix muchlat, what happens? He can't cut his hair. So you know what you have to wait? You have to wait 30 days. That in case he's a mitzorah, you can't cut it before 30 days because it's a suffix. It's a suffix if he's a mitzorah. If he's a mitzorah, he has to cut his hair off when he recovers, correct? But the question is, did he recover from tzaras? It's not clear. So when's the earliest he could cut his hair as a mitzorah? No. It's day 30.
Day 30, but if he's...
Wait, the earliest cut his hair is day 30.
Right.
Wait, if he was a mitzorah.
Right.
Because before it's a suffix.
Right.
But if he cuts day 30, so what happens?
So he's still tummy.
No. But then you don't have the 30 days for the nazir.
For the hair.
So therefore you have to wait. You have to have minimally 60 days, right? That's what he says. Nazir, right? So what does it do? No, because he has to. Let's say factually he was a mitzorah. He has to cut his hair off the moment he recovers. He has an obligation to shave off all his hair. He recovered that first day. But when does he have an obligation to cut off his hair? If he was definitely a mitzorah. But he was a suffix mitzorah. So he does it at 30 days. But the 30-day cutting off there may be because of mitzorah, not because of the nazir. If it's a suffix, we don't allow him to cut his hair before 30 days, correct? Why don't you allow him to cut his hair? Because a nazir is... No, because it's a suffix. A nazir is not permitted. He may not be a mitzorah. Because he may not be a mitzorah. But let's say he is a mitzorah. God knows he is. So the cutting of the hair after 30 days, is he cutting it as mitzorah or is he cutting it as a nazir? As mitzorah. He's cutting it as a mitzorah, not as a nazir. No, but again, you don't count the days. You don't count the days of mitzorah towards nazirus. If the cutting is for mitzorah, you can't count that towards the nazir. So that means he has to have another 30-day growth. So the karbonos that he brings, the cutting, what allows him to eat kachim? The cutting of the hair of the Nazir. Until he brings his carbon, he's not permitted, correct? And also he's a tomei. Right? He's a Safik Nazir Shei Tomei. So what does he do? Ochel b'kachim achashishim yom. Eats kachim after 60. 1 second. V'shosi yaim b'tamil meis acham me'aveser. 1 second. But he drinks wine. He can only after 120. Why? Shedaglachas hanega. Dochet taglachas hanozir. Cutting off the nega, the shaving of his hair after 30 days, that supersedes, that takes priority over cutting his hair off as a nazir. Okay? Bismanshu vadai. When could you normally, if he's definitely a Mitzorah, what happens now? It supersedes the Nazir. But we don't know if he's definitely a Mitzorah. So that we have to wait. Al Bismanshu Sofek, but in our situation it's a Sofek. So the earliest he could cut his hair is when? As a Mitzorah. Is not before day 30. Right? He can't cut his hair before day 30. Eino doche. He was pronounced, but it was a suffix. It was a suffix. It was suffix if the pronouncement was a correct pronouncement or not. So he's a suffix muchlat. He's a suffix whether he has to cut his hair off now. You can have either he made a mistake. We don't know if he made a mistake or not. The Kohen made a mistake. Or let's say he pronounced one of two people, and we're not sure if he's the guy who pronounced. This one person. One or the other. Okay, let's see. There's a Rashi before it goes. No, the pronouncement that he was tummy originally. First pronouncement that he was tummy. That's the one that's a suffix. No, he's clear. He's definitely. You have to pronounce he's clear. He's clear. Now he's clear. Now there's a Rashi here. Here, let's take a look. Nun Hamid Beis. There's a Rashi on this. It's the Gemara before. Last line on Nun Hamid Beis. Nazi shoyatomi b'sofik mufel b'sofik. Same thing. It says ochel b'kochim lachashishim yom on Nun Vavim and Aleph. Yishosiyam etam mesim lachamei v'eshim yom. Okay. Now let's take a look. Rashi. Rega. What happened? Ochel b'kochim lachashishim yom shosiyam etam mesim lachamei top Rashi. Shilo yotomi vadai. Let's say he would have been definitely contaminated. Let's say he said here with he's a suffix tomei. Let's say he would have been definitely contaminated and umuchel vadai both. He was definitely a Mitzorah and definitely contaminated. No, so let's say that would be the situation. How would you deal with that? He says, so if he was definitely a Mitzorah, correct? So so the person's Mitzorah, then he recovers. What do you have to do? You shave off all your hair. It's not a problem that he's a Nazir. Why? Because there's a mitzvah. No, because there's a mitzvah that is docher. That overrides the Nazir. Okay, good. Ubesof shiva yomim the taglachas lemisifro. After 7 days of cutting off his hair, the Mitzorah, right? He brings a korban, maybe a korban, tzaras, vochel bekochim, and he's allowed. That means on the 8th day he brings his korban, he can eat kochim right away. V'akach limnos shiva de taglachas nezirus, and then what would you normally do? So after I finish with that, now you count 7 days of taglachas nezirus tuma. You have 7 days of taglachas because a nazir's tummy. What do? You count. You have 3 and 7, right? The paraduma. So you count 7 days, and then he brings his korban after 7, right? V'akach limno shloshim nezirus. Then he counts 30. So you have 14 and 30. First 7 is for Mitzorah. And the second is what? For the Mitzorah. And you count 30. So how many days do you have after everything's said until it's finished? You'll have 44 days. Right? That's what he says. We'll see. And they should tzaraz doch and the taglachas the Nazir. The tzaraz overrides the Nazir. So we put a Nazir on the side. We've got to first contend with being a Mitzorah. Right? Good. Kedenan lekam b'idach pirkin the taglachas hanega doch and the taglachas hanazir. Bismachu Badai. But when does it override it? When you know definitely he's a Mitzorah. 1 second. V'lo Bismachu Sofek. V'nimtza ochel kochim lacha shiva yomim. So after 7 days, he will eat kochim, v'shosa yayin, u'metami lemesim. Wait a second, excuse me. Nibs ochel kochim lacha shiva. So the Mitzorah eats kochim after 7 yomim. 1 second. The Mitzorah. That's 14. 7 days and 7 days. So therefore, after 14 days, he's permitted to eat kochim, meaning on the 15th. 1 second. But when could he drink wine and contaminate himself? He has to count 30 days of Nazir's Tara. So you need another 30 days. Okay. V'shosa yayin. So 44.
44, and then another 30.
No more. This was definitely a Mitzorah, definitely was contaminated.
Okay.
So you have 14 days, 7 for Mitzorah, 7 for, what's it called?
And then 30.
And 30. So altogether you have 44 days. Right? 44 days.
Right.
Read it so. U'metabed lemesim lach arboim v'arba yom.
Right.
So after 44 days pass, he could drink wine, he could contaminate himself to the dead. Okay, now, Ava Lachshav, but now a situation, this is the key point. We're on Rashi over here on Nun Vav and Aleph. But here, Shu Tomi Misofek, Umuchel Misofek, it's not simple, he's contaminated, and it's not simple that he's definitely, he's a Mitzorah. Sheni Yochel Galeach Taglach Tzoras Laut, he can't cut his hair immediately. Why can't he cut his hair immediately? Because he may not be Mitzorah. And since he's a Nazir, right, it doesn't override it, right? And he can't cut his hair as a Nazir because he's a Sofek Tomei. If he's definitely Tomei, he definitely cuts his hair off, right? But he's a Sofek, he's Sofek on A and Sofek on B. She'eno dochet taglachas hanozir b'zman shu Sofek hilkoch shoer. Therefore, you have to share ochel bekochim lachashishim. Ketzad, he goes to explain. If he wants to say, I want to cut my hair immediately. The person, what did he say? Omer lo, Shema lo yisha tomei. Maybe you weren't tomei and you weren't muchlot. So it's too early. You can't cut your hair because, as a Nazir because you're not contaminated, and you can't cut your hair because you're a Mitzorah. You may be neither. You may be Torah as a Nazir, and you may not be a Mitzorah. V'ator asher legaleach ad shloshim. Until he waits 30 days. Okay. So day 1, the first day, we say you have to wait 30 days because you may be Torah and you may not be a Nazir. Okay. Look. Bol l'sof shloshim. Now we're holding day 30. Ubikesh lishtos yayin. Wait, no, he wants to. He says, he asked the rabbi, can I drink wine? Omro Tomei, he says, you can't. It's too early. Because if you contaminated originally, then what? That means this counting is not a valid counting. Wait, no. Tomei Yisov. V'lo muchlot. You may have been contaminated, but you may have not been a Mitzorah. Wait, this is very important. You may have not been a Mitzorah. V'taklach sushon l'shosiso. He taklach es tuma. And when you cut your hair after 30 days, you know what you cut your hair for? You cut your hair for the Mitzorah and not for the Nazir. So it doesn't count for the Nazir. So that means you have to count another 30 days. Why? Of Nazirus Tyra. So when did Nazirus Tyra come into play? Only after he was finished, after 30 days. Okay? He's on day 60 now. Correct? Good. Bolo lishtos yayin. Omram lo muchlot yisa. You say, you know something? But originally you may have been a muchlot. Wait, you may have been a muchlot if you're muchlot. Originally you were Mitzorah. V'lo tomei. Maybe you were muchlet and not tomei. So if you were muchlet and not tomei, then that means what? What does that mean? That means that the original, one second, that means originally you were yotzi with the first 30 days. No, but you can't be yotzi with the first 30 days because it can't be counted because you were Mitzorah. 1 second. Muchri, so v'lo tomei. And you weren't tomei. What? Wait. V'alolu shnayim taglochi u'shosiso. So the twice that you cut your hair, hechtik tagloch shel tzoras. So if you were tzoras, that means you can't count it towards Nazir. Now you have to start counting towards the 30 of Nazir. V'oseh shloshim yom b'galeach haritisha. He's already day 90. He's day 90. He's already counted. He's up to 90. Bolo lishtos yain. Now he wants to drink wine. Omram lo, said he say to him, you know something? Shema muchlot v'tomi. Maybe besides being a mitzorah, maybe you were contaminated. Wait. So if you're contaminated, that means the 30, you couldn't start counting in 30 right away. Ushnei kalos rishonos l'shem tzuras. Ashlishis taglachas tumos. What you did at day 90, that was for the time you were contaminated. 1 second. So when do you start counting? Marsha maschum naziris tairo. Because now he needs what? He needs 30 days. V'chozes, a day 90 cuts his hair again. As what? As Nazir Tomei. And now he needs 30 days of counting of Tyrus. He got 120. Umonish loshim harehim me'vesim yom. V'arba taglochios. He cuts his hair 4 times. Nimtza ochel kochim lachashishim yom. Monavshach. After 60 days he could eat kochim. Why? The taglachas suras v'adi kodemis. Because at 60 days he definitely, he was a mechusik kippurim. A mechusik kippurim is not permitted kochim. So they took care of that. Came and Chevi Korban Sarato. The moment at 60 he brought his Korban Saras. Huta Bekochim. He's permitted to eat Kochim. Because there he has to be Yossi Taglachs of Tyro, which only is completed in the day 120. Okay? So if to drink wine and be Mitam and Lamesim, he has to be Yossi his Nazirs of Tyro. That only takes place after 120 days. Okay? Let's get back to El Gemara here now. Samach. Tana. But what? What's the problem? No, we said before. So he'll bring the suffix, he'll bring it whatever he has to do. The double, whatever he brings. That's it. Right? But Tana, but Medvar mu b'mzirim mu etis. Al b'ziris bas shana, olcha b'kochim lacha shteik shana. He says, well, let's say he had in the zeros. Let's say he accepted to be a nazir for a year. For a year. So when could he cut his hair? He has to wait a year to cut his hair. So now it's all extended. Right? Because now he has to have a year's worth of counting of Taro. So now we're going to tack on an additional year. The earliest he can eat kochim is after 2 years. Because until 2 years pass, 1 second, because he can't cut his hair as mitzorah until we're out of the woods. It takes him 2 years to get out of the woods. You got it? V'shosa yayin umetamin lemesim lach arba shonim. He has the 4 years. V'tani alo umagalech arba taglochios. And he cuts his hair 4 times during this period. What does he do? A nazir becomes tummy. 1 second, not a nazir. A mitzorah becomes tummy. Taglachas rishona maybe tziporim. Okay, the first cutting he brings birds. V'chatas of v'olas behema. 1 second, 1 second. So he says you bring birds for the mitzorah, right? The mitzorah needs birds, right? Chatas of the korban tumah de nazir. Yeah, he has to bring a chatas of for the nazir. The nazir becomes tummy. He brings a chatas of. 1 second. Olas behema the korban tyro the naziros. Okay. To be able to start counting towards korban naziros, what does he bring? The first cutting maybe tziporim. That's for the mitzorah. Chatas of. That's for nazir tumah of olas behema. Shniya maybe the second time. Maybe chatas of. Volas behemo, shlishis, the third, maybe chatus of, olas behemo, revius, maybe korban tyro. Okay, let's go further. Omro, amrit, saglas risha maybe, monavsha, shabaka maisi. The Gemara is going to explain now what we just said. The first time it says he brings 2 birds from mitzorah. 1 bird because he was nazir tomei the chatzos of, and he brings an olam alwas behema. So it goes to explain. He says, "Monot shabbat kamaisi di vadi mitzorahu." Let's say he definitely was a mitzorah. V'lav tomehu tziporin chavoso. Right? He has to bring 2 birds. Torah says a mitzorah has to bring birds. V'chatzos of sofek And the Chatasov that brings for Nazir, that's a suffix. You could bring a Chatasov even though it's a suffix. So you can't eat it, right? So what do you do? Lech-Lecha, you bury it. You discard it, you bury it. Can't be because it may be nevela. V'ola havinu dover. No, so you bring it on it tonight. If he wasn't if he was a mitzvah, that means he's not a nazir. He brings olas havi, right? That's dover. Ulagalcho toch shiva. Yeah, she can't cut his hair before during the 7-day period. The dilma lav muchlatu, because he may not be a muchlat. He's a suffix muchlat. Suffix. Brachman Omer Tadlo Yavo Rosho Admelos. A nazir is not permitted to cut his hair, so the tzaras doesn't override it because he's a suffix mitzorah. Vilav mitzorahu, but let's say he's not a mitzorah. Vadihu, he's right. Vilav mitzorah vadihu, vutome. Anybody's contaminated. Chatasov chovoso. So now he has to bring. He's a nazir who became tome. On the chance that Ivadi became tome. So his Chatasov that he brings is chovoso. It's a chiyuv. Vitziporin avroi koma bisavdin. You could bring them. V'lai v'chun ba'azora. It's not considered chun ba'azora. No, because you bring 2 birds for the mitzorah is a suffix. No, definitely. So that the Chatasov is chovoso. Vitziporin avroi koma ma'avdin. You can bring the birds. You bring the birds. So what does Rashi say? Rega. What does Rashi say here? Yeah. Why is it Galcham Toshiva Commission. O Efshir, Diluma Lav Muchlatu, Lav Tomiyu, Vavi Nozitor, Vachman Omatal Yavaroshe, V Lav Mitzorahu, Lav Tomiyu, Elod Nozitor, Litziporin, Komaisi, Lochashin, Dabroi, Komaas, Misavdi, Timishum Chatus Opo, Koas Lukura, Bolas Nemer, Komaisi Avindovi Yachova. Well, boy, I see Osham Mitzora, Betaglacha Shnio, Osham Mitzora, Vadi Maaki, Bachilos, and having what is this thing with Chulun Bazora? Why isn't the Chulun Bazora? Why isn't the Chulun Bazora? The birds that he's bringing, right? Vitziporin, Avroi ko misavdin. You bring it. Yeah, push it. The 2 birds that you bring, what do you do with it? It's not done in the Azor, it's done outside. You send 1 bird, you dip it in, you sprinkle on it. There's nothing it's avroikam. It's done outside the Beis Hamikdash.
But the other sacrifices.
No, but the 2 birds the mitzvah brings. It has nothing to do with a carbon.
Because he's coming. He's outside.
No. Regular case of a mitzvah. Okay. The Torah says, the day that he's healed from, so what do? You take 2 birds, you kill one, you dip it in the water.
Right.
You sprinkle it on him, and then you send the living bird into the field. Right. Where's that done, that ritual? He's outside. Right. That's what he says. So it's not a question of Chulun Bazora. Those birds aren't consecrated birds. Okay. So that's what he says. Since it's done Avroi, Ka'avdin, Avroi means it's done outside the Beis Hamikdash. Right. It's not a question of Chulun Bazora.
But he's not Tomei. Right. He's not Tomei.
This is the day that he recovers from the tzaras. The day that he comes from the tzaras, he has to bring 2 birds. You send them into one. You kill. You sprinkle the blood on him with the shni tolas and the erez.
Does he have to bring mashon?
No, he doesn't bring anything. He doesn't bring, no, that's all he does. They wait 7 days. On the 8th day, he brings his korbanos of Tyra. That's when he becomes Torah. That's when he come back into the camp.
Okay. So the first day he sends out the birds.
So he says, why those birds? Even though he's a suffix, he may not be. So it's a big thing. He's outside. So it's not a question of Chulun Bazora. That the birds aren't consecrated is not a problem. Because the problem is only if you're doing it in the Azor. It's not in the Azora. Right? That's what he's saying. He says this. Where do you do the birds? Avroi means outside. Let's eat neither. He wasn't a mitzvah, he wasn't tomei. Tziporin avroi kumaz. Again, the tziporin not a problem. You're doing it outside. Chatas of the kfur we said before. The chatas of you bury anyway. You can't. It's a suffix. Oldest beim havi chovoso. Then the oldest beim is a chovo. Somebody asked the question. I boy osham. He has to bring an osham. 1 second. Rega. He's asking. When the mitzvah cuts his hair off the second time after 7 days, he brings an asham mitzvah. Right? So where does he bring? He says, and that's he's not permitted to touch him. Still brings the osha. Right? So that's the question. It's not there's no mention that he brings an osham. It says after 60 days he can eat kochim. How can he eat kochim? There's no mention of an osham. That's the Morris kasha. All this may with chavos aiva boy osham Reb Shimoni. It's called like Reb Shimon the Omar Maisi Umasti Tarushni Ushlish Siporin Lo Tzorich. The Ovid. What? It's going like Reb Shimon the Maisi. Klom Klerm Berbasim Sechsum Noch. Reb Shimon Omer. Mochs maybe Hasham will logo imo. Vome Imitzurahu ze Hashomo ze log vim lavsham. Shalmi Nedovi. Shalmi Nedova. Osham Tot Shchita Betzoven Matan Bonis Hachanami Maisi Osham Mitzora. Umasni. He brings the Osham. So what's the more of money Reb Shimoni? Yeah, okay. Doba Maisi Umasni. He brings it, he makes it tonight. What's the tonight? If I'm a mitzorah, let it be an osham. And if it's not a mitzorah, let it be a shlomim. It'll be a shlomim. So he says something chiddush. But if you bring, an osham is only eaten for a day and a night. Shlom's eating for 2 days and a night. So it comes out the amount of time you're eating is going to be lessened. Right? So there's a chance because you're not supposed to lessen the time of eating. It's called maybe kosham beis apsul. You're limiting it. The answer, you have no choice. You have no choice. You have to bring. Where's an osham brought? Where's an osham brought? Osham is kochim kadoshim. It's brought in the north side. So this, even though it may be a shlomim, you're permitted to slaughter a shlomim in the northern part of the Azorah. So this osham will be in the northern part of the Azorah. Okay, will be slaughtered. Everything. So this is ma'asu masni. Taglach shnio shlishis. Sipar lo tzorich. The ovid. The birds you don't need because he did that already. Right? Ma'iko, dilma vari muchla. So what's the concern? Dilma vari muchla too. Wait. Ma'iko dilma, what's the concern? Maybe he definitely was a mitzorah. Then, chado l'sofek sifro, v'chad l'sofek tumoso. One second. Taglach shni b'tziporim. Chaim b'shul muchlot lo tzorech to ovid ma'ikol ameim. But dilma vari muchlotu. Chad lo sofek sifro. Chad lo sofek tomi muchlot. Ochlo kochim lach shmoni yomim. One second. Yeah. Tagalach shon also le mechaduto. But tagalach shnio zuhi shal misifro. Tzorch lo vikorbi mitzora. Och utilai si chatos over the shnio. Tagalach shlishi is chad lo sofik chaduto. Chad lo sofik tuma de nizirus. Tagalach shnio ikla memo shem muchlatu. Chatos of ola lo le sifrim toima va chatos behemo. With the b'chayev lo chatos of ilav lehevi oni. Sheno behemo vo fish eno nechlos b'sofik. He's asking a question. He says, the halacha is, if you're a wealthy man, you have to bring an animal. You can't bring a bird. The only type of bird, chatas can be brought on a suffix is a chatas oaf. But only a chatas can only be brought by a poor man. If you're a rich man, you can't bring a chatas on a suffix, an animal. So he says, Rashi says he writes away all his assets to a third party, and as of now he's impoverished. So we allow him, now he's classified differently financially. So bring a chat sof, and since he could bring it, our sofek, that's the way we're going to work it out. You have no choice. He has to transfer all his properties away. Maybe korban tyro umasni. At the end, he brings his korban tyro umasni, and he says, "Vivadi naziru ola rishona chova." Zunadavim tami umuchletu ola rishona nedava zuchov zashar kabano tame sofik umuchlet vadai. Okay, so that's how we worked out all the korbanos. What about if he's a tame sofik umuchlet vadai? A new case. A person's a sofik tame nazir tame, but he's definitely a muchlet, and now he recovers. Yeah, the first day was a nazir, it was a suffix if you became contaminated. First day, he was pronounced, and he recovered the first day. Now, how many days does he need to be able to bring his korbanos? On the 8th day, so it says, Ochel b'kochim lachashmona yomim. Right? He eats kochim after 8 days, like we just said, okay? V'shose yayin u'metaben l'beis lachashishim. V'shiv yomim. Now you have 67 days. Of course, you have the 7 days of the Mitzorah.
37. Okay.
One second. No. Now the question is like this. My question is, what do you need 67 days? Well, he needs 7. Seemingly 44 should be enough. No? 44 days should be enough. What do you need 66 days? Right? He's a suffix nazir. So after 7 days, on the 8th day, the Mitzorah can bring his korbanos and eat kosher. He may be Tomei, so he needs 7 days to leave his. So we're holding day 14. So look, now, yeah. Good, it's good. Because the muchlat, the muchlat will shave his hair. Will shave his hair. Because he's a muchlat. We allow him to. No, but why? Now, he needs 7 days. He only needs 7 days to Nazir. He has to cut his hair as a Nazir Tomei. Now he cuts his hair as a Nazir Tomei. So let him count, add another 30 days now. So it should be 44 should be enough. What do I need 60? What do we need 67? It should be 67. It should be 37. What do I need 67? No, not 67. I should have 44 should be enough. 44 days should be enough. I shouldn't need. What do I need 67 days? Has to shave what? Twice for what? As for the Mitzorah.
No, Rabbi's asking if it should be 7, 7, and 30. Right? And here, it sounds like it's 30, and 7. So that's the question.
Right.
So
I'm asking, seemingly 44 should be enough.
Right. So why keep 7, 7, and 30?
Yeah. 1 second. This Kevachu Tomei Vade Megaleach. It's Muchlat Sofek. This is Tomei Sofek and Muchlat Vade. Yeah. B'yom Rishon Nizura Ochel B'Kochim Laches Yomim Kagal Shnei Shel Yimei Sivur Sh'Tchilas Yom Rishon Shel Yimei Zerosu Sh'Tchilas Yimei Chudun Megaleach Ta'alus Chluta Lo Sov Zayin Taglas Shnia Shenis Meisifro K'Dechsub Yom Shvi Yigaleach L'Mocha Shu Yom Ches Yavi Kavarno Ochel B'Kochim Yavi Kaparos Rinat Terli Okay Shu Vade Kem Shevi Korban Tzarato Kochim Avolishto Siyan Tami Mesa and Yochel Ad Yom Samos Zayin Why Shebod Lo Galech Nziris Tayr L'Acha Sh'Osa Shloshim Acha Zayin Meisifro Yesh Loma Shem Muchlot V'Tomei Hoyo also Loli Meisifro Shalach Shali Mei Tumosai. Okay. I don't get why you need that other 30 days. Okay. Ochel bekochim. Okay, avalishtos yantem mesim in yochel ad yom. You need 67. Shimbolo legalech naziris tyro. Lachshos shloshim. Achazayin. Imei sifro. I think I hear it. Meaning like this. He cuts his hair twice as a Mitzorah. Right? He cuts his hair on the 8th day. Now, a Nazir Tomei has to cut his hair. But he can't cut his hair now. Why can't he cut it? Because he just cut his hair as a Mitzorah. So he has to wait 30 days to cut his hair as Nazir Tomei. And then he has another. But my question is, why does he have to wait 30 days? Well, let's say a person's a Nazir. Just a Nazir becomes Tomei. What does he do? He has to cut his hair. Right? Wait 7 days, then starts counting Nazir's Tyra. He doesn't have to have a 30-day growth before. Whatever he has, a week. As long as he has a growth, he has to cut a growth. What does he have to wait 30 days? What does he need a 30-day growth?
No, but didn't he say if you have two Naziris and a Naziris, two sets of Naziris, each phase?
That's something else, because each Nazir requires an independent Nazir with 30 days.
Requires a 30-day growth.
That's a Nazir Tor.
Right. So
But here we're talking about as a Tomei. On this 8th day, he cut the Mitzorah cut him, shaved his head a second time.
He might be a Torah. He might be a Torah. It says he might be.
I know, I understand that. He may be Tomei, he may be Tor. I'm asking, on day 44, seemingly, it should not be a problem. What does he need? What's his name? What does he need another 30 and 30? He's, right? Yes, maybe 37. Let's say he wasn't Tomei, just a muchlat. When would he cut his hair? Day 37. Day 37. Okay? Now he's a suffix Tomei. So what do I have to tack on another 30 days?
Because he shaves.
When did he shave? At the beginning. So how many more days do you need? Because he can't cut his hair. I got it. Because now he can't cut his hair before day 30 with a monofshach. That's why you have to add the other 30. Here, what's going on? He's a suffix Tomei. So on the chance that he's not Tomei, he has to wait 30 days. So on day 37, he'll be cutting his hair as maybe Nazir Tor, maybe Nazir Tomei. He can't cut it because it's a suffix before the 37th day. He cannot cut his hair as Nazir Tomei until day 37. But if the cutting is Nazir Tomei day 37, so now he has to count Nazir's Tyra. Therefore, he needs another 30 days. Therefore, it's 67. It's good. Year the cheshbon. Again, he's a suffix Nazir Tomei body muchlat. He's definitely a Mitzorah. Day 8, he cuts his hair for the second time. Now he starts counting. But he's a suffix Nazir Tomei. If he's Tomei, he has to cut his hair. He cut his hair immediately and count for 30 more days. But until the additional 30 days come, he can't cut his hair because he may not be Tomei. So if he's not Tomei, he's not permitted to cut his hair. So when's the earliest he could cut his hair not to be in violation? 37. But at day 37, he may be a Nazir Tomei. Right? So therefore, now he has to wait another 30 days for Nazir Torah. Therefore, it's 67. Okay.